All right. We are live. Okay.
Hey everyone.
Hi. Come on in, as they say. Come on in. Come on in.
Yes.
Uh,
Remember, everything is fair use, educational purposes. Like and subscribe and leave a comment.
yes. All right. So, all right. Our theme song. Here we go.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow. The Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. With Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my powerful club. It's called Kevin and Tiffany. Now it's the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up, everybody?
Hey everybody. Welcome.
Sorry for our little hiatus, but there was some stuff going on, that could not be avoided. But we're gonna talk about it at the end of the show. I want to do that. That's cool with you, Tiff?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah. So you're gonna talk about it at the end. But I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. So much has happened. So much has happened. I guess Tiffany was filling me in because I was out of the country for a little bit. The 5 officers, even though the same stories you guys see here, we see in Barbados, the Caribbean, like CNN and MSNBC, all that stuff is there. So I kind of
You got a little bit of it.
a
Shout
little.
out to Kevin. We love you, baby. I know he's working. He's doing his thing right now. We love you.
Yeah.
But yes. So yeah, to this week we found out that they all pleaded not guilty. At least 2 of them have black lawyers. Even one lawyer said we have 20 hours of footage that we have to look through. Is more to the footage. So I don't know what other footage should we have. We saw that footage that was on that pole, um on the camera that was on the pole. You saw them whoop his behind. They whipped him to death.
I love how police say wait until the rest of the video comes out. Like the 10 or 15 seconds that you see the police putting a gun to the back of someone's head and pulling the trigger. What could possibly happen before that? That would make them say, "Well, let's wait until the rest of it." But that's standard police talk.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is. It is. But people, the family was there. The mother said she's gonna be there every court date if she has to be there. I think somebody else was arrested. A few people, a lot of heads is turning because of this situation. And to be honest, I think that the also this what's her, I think she's a sergeant. I don't have her name, but she
Right.
should be recommended also because you hired them. You had to check their personalities and if they was proper for this job, or did they fit the description well. And that's why they went out there and killed somebody, because that's horrible what they did to him. Rest in peace, Tyree Nichols.
But it's got to be the way police are trained, though. You can't.
No, it is.
You can't. It can't be. You can't have police in every state reacting the very same way to every
The
situation.
same tactics. The
How
same tactics.
how I'm not a cop, but I don't understand why police can't assume that you're a good person, and then if you like say you're police, Tiffany, and you pull me over,
Mhm.
and you come up to my car. Why not be pleasant? Say hi, sir. How are you? You know the reason I stopped you, however to say, and can I see a license and registration? Can I stop you because you were speeding? Can I see a license and registration? And then if I get belligerent, then you go into cop mode, and then you can step up your cop game or whatever. But if I'm still relaxed, and you know what I mean, why do police have to go into this mode where they almost taunting you to do something? Because I've had police pull me over, and all I asked was, why did you stop me? And he goes, you want to do something about it?
Well,
And
that's the personality of that person. Okay, because I'm gonna be honest, they are good cops out there, but then you have those bad cops,
but they're silent though.
and they stay silent, and they listen. They once they sign their name to the blue, I don't think it's a black and white color anymore. You're just blue now. You're part of this family.
Yeah, well, I know a black cop who said that when he joined the police department, they told him, "You're not black, you're not white, now you're blue."
Yeah, it's just real talk, and it shows how we see how they handle and deal with things. I'm thinking that, when black women and black men go into this system, they go in to make change or do something different, make it better for us as people, because we do get harassed. A lot of people get harassed by the cops, and they shouldn't get harassed by the cops when there's other things out there that need to be taken care of, other crimes and situations that need to be taken care of.
So, we still have that stigma. I mean, it's 2023, and black people still have the stigma that we are up to something, right? There was a guy that did a recent documentary. He on how to not get caught shoplifting. You know what's the first rule he said how to not get caught shoplifting?
What was it?
Don't be black. And the darker you are, the more the security camera, the more the security people follow you. He said it's 100% true.
That's so crazy,
The
and it's
darker,
real talk.
yeah, but it's you know what I mean. But
It's too real.
yeah, and when is that going to end? I don't know if it's ever going to end. For some reason, dark people, black people, we people always think we're up to something. We're doing something nefarious. Even you're just walking. Why, no matter what you're doing, there's always this suspicion about black people.
It's like it's in the DNA of America. It's in the DNA of people, just to have that feel of a black person. Oh, they're shoplifting, or they taking that. I don't steal. I don't do none of those things. My mother didn't raise me to do that. But they automatically gonna think or grab their pocketbook, when they see a black man, or even a woman. So it's a sad situation.
Yeah. What's up, Elaine? My friend Elaine. What's up, Elaine? Wow, my God, Elaine, we haven't connected in a while. She said it will never end. Black people will always be suspect. Always
Yeah.
be suspect.
And we should feel like that about our white sisters and brothers. They always going to be suspect because we don't have a good history. Some people have good history with them, but a lot of us don't. And we should be on point ourselves. We don't want to rob y'all.
And I said this to a white friend of mine, and she got kind of upset with me. But I said, black people need to create our own world and just live in it. And we're not going to tell people you can't come in. We're not going to discriminate, but we need to create our own world, our own stores, our own bank, everything, and just live in it, just like everybody else does. The Asians do it, the Indians do it, white people do it. Everybody create their own world, and then we have to go to them.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. Why can't we create our own world? And if people want to come in and join us, fine.
Because we too loud. We wear our wealth on us, on our back. So we can't even keep quiet. Most of these towns and little areas, it's quiet. We didn't know about them. We'll go in the area and see a whole lot of them, or they see a majority of them. So it's not like we do that for ourselves. We live out loud, and we need to be more balanced, especially with financially, we waste a lot of money, as people, so we have a lot of growing to do. We have a lot of growing to do, a lot of healing to do to be able to make it to those steps. Because I would love an all black world. Why not?
Yeah, you know, um, when I go back to Barbados, I mean, it's an all black world, but we don't have the money. We don't, and
Yeah, everything is still connected to.
yeah, like
Yeah.
the white people are 2% of the population, but they have 98% of the wealth. And it's been handed down to them from slavery.
Hmm.
They just never shared it.
It's so bug that you was talking about a black town. I was doing some information about the Emmett Till, reading some information on it, and they had a black town that actually helped Mamie Till in Mississippi. She didn't even know it was there, and it was called Mounds Bayou, and it was in Mississippi. It was black owned. They had their own security. They had their own everything. Nobody could even come in there. So she was safe there. So it was. We did have towns. We did have our own areas, our own communities, and we can still do it.
Yeah, we can, but for some reason we just don't. We just seem to want the acceptance from the white man. We just seem to want it. We just seem to, for some reason, we validate, what they think more than we validate what other people that look like us think. And can we ever break that cycle?
We can if if we push ourselves, because we are money. We actually make the world go round. We are one of the top consumers. Black people, we love to spend money. We love to, look good, feel good, smell good, and now we traveling. You got passport bros, passport hoes, you got all that.
Yeah. So Elaine said they wouldn't allow us to do it. Elaine also said we had it and they destroyed it. Renee Lewis, what's up? Renee said not only they wouldn't allow it, they are black people that would tear another black person down in a second instead of giving them a hand. I guess and can we still blame? Okay, I understand some people say, well, we were conditioned to hate one another, right? I've heard that argument. Black people were conditioned to hate one another. But how long is that going to continue? By now in 2023, haven't we realized the white man's game and go, okay, the jig is up? Can we still continue to say, even it, okay, we had it and they destroyed it. Can we build it back? Now, aren't we bigger, stronger, and have more money?
I think we can now. I think we can now. I think that we just need to just do it, and stop complaining.
And now
Just
we
do
have
it.
the money, right? We have the money now.
Yeah, if we put our heads together, we can be able to do it. But like we said, a lot of us have a lot of hang-ups. A lot of people are very comfortable in their dysfunction. They don't want nothing new. They rather be where they at. So it's gonna be a struggle, but it's not like we can't do it. Again, we are hard workers. It's not like we don't work or we won't take care or make our money, Um, it's just, even when you just talking about that, they was talking about with reparations, should we get cash or should we get land? And now you have this couple in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, I think El Paso, Colorado. They are going through a lot with their
Oh yeah,
land.
the black couple that own a farm, right? They own
Yes, they own 640 acres.
right.
That is a lot of land, and they said them people down there is mad.
And so I saw a bit of this on the news. So there's a black couple, a married couple that owns
The Mallorys.
640 acres of land that they're farming. They have cattle, they have all kinds of stuff going on. And there's some white men, I think Tiffany, but you said they were Mexican? Some white
No, a lot of they're like white Latinos.
Latinos.
Yeah, they Latinos,
They're
but they white.
harassing them. They're killing their cattle. They're
Yeah. they're poisoning their animals.
Yes.
They're putting them through a lot. They're locking the husband up for no reason. People is trying to come on their land. It's just they said they're being harassed and threatened. Um, they all right. They said their animals been gutted. That's what she said, and I was like, wait a minute. They gutting y'all animals, like they making it so uncomfortable. She said it's like a 2023 KKK tactics. Like they're making them very so uncomfortable.
But you know, but you see how the Jews came out against Kyrie Irving?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we come out for these people? Why don't like we get together as a group? The same people, the same Black Lives Matter people, they should be on this. They should come out.
Okay, so remember, this is a difference between the Black Lives Matter organization and the Black Lives Matter movement. You understand? So a lot, they said something about this. I heard somebody mention that, why they are not there. You know that they're all the way in Denver, Colorado. So now, since it has went on different platforms, Roland Martin and them, people have been writing letters that the sheriff have came up and said something. Now he's putting up, we have 120 complaints about them. You know, so they wind up putting up some cameras so they can be able to document it, because the other, I think they have is another owners on the other side of the land. They put up some cameras. They wound up getting locked up, and they took the cameras, told them they had to take their cameras down. So now they can't even document what is going on in the harassment. So everybody look it up. It's the Mallorys. They from El Paso County, Denver, Colorado. That's where they're at right now. They are Black ranchers, and they own 640 acres of of land there. And they need assistance. You know, if you write a letter or even tweet something, do that so they can see that people is supporting them, because they didn't know that people was going to start writing.
But like I said, which goes more to what I said. Like we got to create our own world and live it. But I don't think that's going to happen, because, like Elaine said, she said we got to first learn to love ourselves and each other, and it doesn't seem like we do that. You know.
Yeah. We have to heal. We have to heal. You
How,
know.
and I keep asking, but how much longer are Black people going to heal? We up to now like what, 300-400 years?
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that is a long time. But Carl, look at the communities. You have to see our inner cities and how they live, and a lot of these young people ain't even never left their
Right,
hood.
But what I'm saying, I'm asking. I wasn't making a statement. I was asking a solution. That's what I'm saying. What
is the solution?
Right, what is the solution? You know, what is the solution? Because it seems like we keep going around in circles with this. You know, but it comes back to when Black people get to a certain level, they seem to not want to deal with the Black people who are not up there with them.
Yeah. I think they have something in their contract that tell them they can't even help out they hood like that, for real. For some because I think that, like you said, we have too many people in high status not to have something.
Yeah. James Way on YouTube. What's up, James? He said Blacks are scared and whites know it. Nothing has changed. That is true. As you know, I watch people like Oprah with all her billions. It still seems to be some white person that she's afraid of, because I don't think she speaks freely. You know what I mean? Because if Black people were to go on TV and speak freely, well, they probably wouldn't have, and they would lose.
They can't do that. They got too many white handlers.
Look at what happened to Kanye when he spoke freely.
Yeah, but they said Adidas is trying to get back at him because they lost a lot of money.
You know, so I mean, look at Damon John, the guy. He's on that TV show. What's that?
You talking about Shark Tank?
Yes, he's on Shark Tank. He's worth like 400+ million, probably 500 million by now.
Him and they did the FUBU.
Right, FUBU, right, for us by us.
For us by us.
And he said something. He said Farrakhan for DMX's funeral. Farrakhan said something in a tweet. He liked it, and they came out against him, and he backed down and he apologized. But he had
What?
400 million. Yes, I'm going to try to. He has $400 million. What is he so afraid of? Why can't you take your 400 million? Kanye, he's no longer a billionaire. He's got 400 million now.
It's
You know?
it's like Minister Farrakhan is a hot tamale.
Yeah.
You cannot touch him. He's too hot. Oh no,
What,
no, mess up
what are
everything.
they? With 400 million? What is he afraid of? Why can't you tell me with 400 million? I can't tell somebody to fuck off. Fuck you! I got 400 million.
No. Well, remember when you have handlers or people that control, remember a lot of them, I don't think they have cash money. You know how you have assets,
Right.
so and then they work for different companies, they are assigned to certain things so you can't say certain things, you can't voice your opinion. To be honest, people need to just keep what you feel in your house right now, especially when you're a public figure, because they're going to criticize you. They're going to criticize you. You say anything, you repost, retweet, re-click, like a comment, they is on your ass. And that's off the hook. That's why I stopped liking and laughing at people comments, because people used to inbox me like, why are you laughing? I said, because you're a joke. Like, don't put something up and don't think I'm not gonna like or laugh or so now you got to be careful. Yeah. Just by him just saying something about minister, or probably liking something he said, they came for him, and like you said, he's worth money.
Yeah. So why I don't get it. Renee Lewis said, we need to be like the 19 black families from Metro Atlanta who purchased together more than 500 acres of farmland in Toomsboro, Georgia. Yeah, I heard about that. Right.
Yeah. And you know why I like it? We did not know about it until it was purchased. Sometimes you have to be quiet. You don't need to tell everybody. You think all the agents is coming out telling everybody what they buying and what they doing and how they doing and how they. No, we're the only ones that come out. No, I'm glad they did that. We salute them and we send many blessings to them and they land. I would love to go and visit.
Yeah, but I don't know why the more of us don't have that mindset. Like, I'm in New York City a lot, and I see a lot of high rises going up, a lot of apartments going up. And I always wonder how many of those apartments and those big high rises that see going up in the air are owned by black people. 99% of the time, none. But yet still we have these NBA players, these football players, these baseball players who are black, and they all got millions. All these buildings are owned by corporations, which are formed by people who came together with their millions and built this. Right? Why can't black people do that? Why can't we take all of our millions and create these huge industries? It will create construction jobs. You know what I mean? It would create so much jobs. What are we doing with our millions of dollars? What are we seriously? I always wonder when you got all these NBA players in the playing basketball and they're in the locker room, what do they talk about? They all got bazillions of dollars. Don't they sit down and say, you know what? Hey, I'll put in 50 million, you put in 50 million. Let's build some cars, or let's come up with a phone or a cell phone, something that
sounds nice, Carl. Yes. But you know why? Because it's not a part of their contract. Remember, most of these people that are celebrities, some of them they are controlled. And they are comfortable with being controlled. You know why? Because a lot of them came from nothing. And they do not want to ever be broke again. And if they have to leave everybody behind, they don't care. They're going to do that. So then you have some that will reach out and do stuff, but you won't hear them and you won't hear their story, that they was helping out. So yeah, that sounds beautiful. Like you said, we have so much money that we can be able to do these things. They can't do it. And then look, they're not properly managed. A lot of them don't know how to properly manage. Most of them people are running their lives, running their money. We have to learn how to be more independent. Look at everybody's trying to free themselves. Look how they trying to get out of this stuff now. People are going to wake up. Don't worry. They're waking up. It's just taking time.
But the thing, they see what's going on. They see the plight of the black people. They see what's going on. They see how the police treat us. you know, and I don't understand how you as a black person in America with money, I mean, don't want to help other black people. I don't care. I feel obligated. I do. I feel obligated to help black people. I feel obligated to help black people. And I know some people say when you're black and you make money, you don't go back to the hood. You don't forget the hood. You know, you move into your whatever. You're not obligated to help the hood. That's what I've heard people say.
But there's ways that you can do it. Just like we sitting here talking and communicating and having a conversation. If we don't touch one, we will touch somebody. So don't feel like that. I do stuff. I help out young people with hair and makeup. We do our steps because remember, we can't help everybody. Everybody don't want to be helped. So we got to help the ones that cross our paths or, whatever situation we are in it like this. We're talking.
Yeah. Donna, what's up, Donna? Donna Haygood. Donna, you know I love you. Donna said, Carl, we have to start by loving our own people and stop tearing each other down. Absolutely. Elaine said they will take all the money back. They must stay in line if they want to keep their status. If you
Yes.
have 500 million, what Renee Lewis said 400 million is not FUBU money when the people they want to run with have billions. That's a great point. If you're
Yes.
hanging with billionaires, you're trying to get up to those billions. So you don't want to rock the boat. You're trying to make your 400 million 400 billion. So you're not going to rock the boat. James Way says famous blacks do have deals with the higher up. Dave Chappelle tiptoed around a Jewish question on Saturday Night Live. Notice how he said the N word on the live show and was not beeped once. Control. It's funny how they let the N word go and they don't beep it, but they would beep the shit out of the word um the K word for the Jewish people.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
Don,
remember the difference is they run it, we don't.
yeah, and it's true though. Like if when black people get 2 million, we want 4 million. We get 4 million, we want 10 million. It keeps going, and we really don't care because if the white people you're hanging with have billions, you want to get up to those billions.
You're
So you
trying to catch up. You're trying to be with the Jones,
right,
with not the Joneses, the whites.
yeah,
Trying to get with the whites.
you're not saying, let me take my 400 million and go over here and build up these black people. But because
No.
we have enough, don't we have enough to be self sufficient? How many black people are there in America? What?
I think it's 40. What in America? Let me find out. I think it's 43 million. Cause it's 100 and something million white people. Let me just make sure.
We have enough to be self sufficient. We have enough if, and I know we've said this before, but we have enough people to do it.
Right.
But
We do.
there's that buck breaking or whatever they call it. That these people are so scared. You know, the James Way said Dave Chappelle tiptoed around the Jewish question on Saturday Night Live, but they didn't beat nigga once.
They didn't.
You know, I mean, I saw they asked a Jewish record executive how come he allows the N word on records, but he would never allow the word kike on a record.
Right. Because again, remember who owns and runs the company and who don't. The same thing when we went through with Nick Cannon when he had Professor Griff on his show. You cannot be talking about anybody is actually in the ones that's paying your bills. You understand? You can't be talking down on them. They feel like we're giving you an opportunity and a platform to be here, but now you tell us what we did wrong to you. So no, you cannot do that. If you want to be able to voice your opinion, you're going to have your own platform to be able to voice your opinion. And that's where Nick Cannon was wrong at. He didn't have his own platform to be over there sitting there talking about people.
So Renee Lewis said we got 41.6 million black people in the US.
Okay, 13.6. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're 46.8. Yeah.
So that's not enough. That's enough. You know?
Yeah.
How many Asians Probably less than that. Probably 1/3 of that are Asians, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Man, we got enough, but I saw
Yeah,
that
we
here.
can be self-sufficient, but
Yeah,
then something like they said about the land, we get land. Are we going to be harassed on our land? Are people going to bother us? So that's why, when you do get land, you want to have it where it's strictly yours. You don't want nothing to be connected to it or anybody have to tell you what to do with your land because they can come up there and try to take your land too. So you have to be on point.
yeah, yeah. So I think we got enough. We have enough people. 18.43 Asians. 18 million. 18.43 million Asians versus 41.6 million black people.
Right.
You know,
It's enough.
yeah, But even though I'm talking about black people being self-sufficient and starting their own business and stuff, there's no cooperation when black people try to start businesses. That they make it hard for us.
Yeah, they do
Black,
make it hard. But again, it's not like it's not possible.
it is possible.
It
Absolutely.
is possible. It's just that we
Yeah.
just do it. Just do it and do it through your family, breaking family curses. You understand? Start showing your children. That's why we must talk about Black economics. We have to do that, especially with our children and raising them. We want to teach them to be entrepreneurs, to have their own, to think about generational wealth. That's the only thing that we don't have in our family and what we're not taught. We're taught to live by check, and then we live in to pay bills. Everything is going up around us, but our pay is not going up. So that means we have to work 1 and 2 and 3 jobs and work extra harder just to keep food on our table and keep our bills paid.
And not to mention black people are paid less.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. So and I shout out to the single. I send salutes to the single mothers. I send salutes to the fathers because I know it's so many that go to jobs that they really don't want to go to, but they go because they have to pay those bills. And that's very stressful to have to be in a situation you really don't want to have to be in. And how about us as clients that go in that needs help and we dealing with somebody that's mad as hell because they had a job they hate. So we do need more healing and loving one another, taking care of our family, but also knowing that sometimes you have to remove yourself, especially for your mental. You want to be around people, places, and things that's going to be able to help you and to grow and not stress you because that stress kills.
Yes. So what's the solution, Tiffany? Do we have a solution for this age-old problem that seems to be going around in circles? Is like, but I get it. Um, that when black people reach a certain level, I remember working at a job and it wasn't said, but I can tell that when there was a job opening, if you try to or you suggest bring in one of your friends, of course they assume that friend was black. They 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 wouldn't say anything. You know what I mean? Like if they say, "Oh, there's a job opening for such and such position," and it was paying really good money, and I say, "Oh, I got a friend that can probably do his job." It'll be dead silent. It'd be silence. They wouldn't, you know what I mean? But then if somebody white go, I got a friend. Oh, really, Bob? You should. And they engage. You know what I mean? They engage him, and that's how they keep you down economically. And that
Mhm.
is stuff like that. You can't see. You can't. There's so much that go on behind the scenes that keeps black people down. That's why it pisses me off. Pisses me off when people like Candace Owens and those other nut jobs talk about there's no racism in America. Because I mean, because it's done on the I guess you could say on the down low. It's done in behind closed doors through paperwork and through not promoting black people and through paying black people less. I saw a video on TikTok today. I didn't pull it up, but this guy said he was making $12 an hour, and the white people that came after him, they were paying him $15 an hour. You know, and
But it's injustice in everything in our pay, schooling, the educational system. And Candace Owens is she's her husband is white. She thinks she don't think it's no racism. You know, where it is racism. You know, the biggest fear that white men had in the 60s, the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, during the time of, you know, integration and segregation. They did not want the black men, the black boys mingling with their white women. That was their main beef.
yeah, that's always the fear. The fear
That
is
was their main beef.
and the fear is of the black penis. Let's be real. The
Yes.
black penis. What
Yes.
did they do? The first thing they did when they lynched the black man, they cut off his penis.
I found that out on the Emmett
Yeah.
Till. The guy, this man, this older white guy, he actually interviewed all the men. And you know, that was on the jury, and that was the fear of a black man, a black boy interfering with white women. That was their biggest fear.
You know, and I had a white friend that told me this. She said the biggest fear white men fear is a black man having sex with a white woman. They
It's
don't like that.
true.
They don't like that.
And that's been going down
Yeah.
for hundreds of years, how they feel. And it's like now it's coming out now because look, you know, Emmett's been gone over 50 years. So now you have paperwork surfacing of how the jurors feel, how the different people felt. Any racial case, it would tell you. Because most of the time, any of the racial cases happen or the lynchings, it was dealing with a white woman.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad. A lot of men lost their life, and they probably wasn't even paying no attention to them. They just killed them because they just wanted to make a message. Don't even think about it.
Yeah. She told me that her boyfriend, who was white, asked her if she's ever been with a black man ever, even before she met him. Have you ever? And he said if she ever had been with a black man, he would leave. He would dump her.
I believe him. They probably feel like it's tainted. No, I believe it. I
There's
believe
something
it.
wrong with those. There's something wrong with those people.
But
I
this is
swear to
how
God,
they were
there's
raised.
something wrong. There's something wrong. Even like I see the way white people interact with animals and the way they interact with human beings. There's a love of animals and that is unmatched when it comes to human beings. To me, that's a problem.
Well,
With
they wasn't programmed to look at us as human beings. They was programmed to look at us as money, as cattle, as to be used and abused. They never looked at us as human beings.
yeah. So James Way says they've made MJ. Well, in the picture behind me, they made yes. They don't care about us. They made MJ take out the word kite from that song. That should tell you. That should tell you if they didn't let Mike slide, nobody slides. And when he got too powerful, they framed him with lies. Yeah, they did the same thing to Prince. You
Yeah.
know, they used to put them in pickle jar. They used to put black men's penis in pickle jars and pass them down to their family.
People are very wicked, you know, and they are still around. It's just that they covered up. This is why you have to be a great judge of character to be able to recognize them as soon as they come in your face.
But you know what though, with all the civil rights movies, we see all the. Have you seen the movie Emancipation with Will Smith? I haven't seen it yet.
No, I'm not ready to see emancipate. Will Smith is on a at least 2 to 3 year punishment.
Yeah,
You know, he didn't apologize enough for me.
yeah.
When
I
you know,
haven't seen it.
yeah,
But
I'm not giving him no play right
I'm
now.
saying like all the civil rights movies and stuff that are made, all the movies about race in America, they never show the real horrible stuff.
No, they have showed some
They
stuff.
have.
Yeah, they have shows and stuff. We gotta watch some stuff. You know, it's some stuff out there. It's just that people call it trauma porn. They feel like it's too much. We don't need to know, but people need to know. And I showed my nephews Roots, and I showed them Roots, Armistead. I showed them all of that because y'all need to know how far we came. You know, this wasn't an easy task. Our ancestors had to go through a lot to get to where we are at today, where we are not sitting on the back of the bus. We're not drinking from the white to black water fountain. You know, we're not getting beat up in restaurants. You know, we're getting disrespected behind the scenes.
Yeah, but when we see people get shot, when I see black people get shot, it does something to me. It takes a piece of me.
Yeah.
It
Because
really
you're a black man and that hurts. What you think? How you think I feel every time I see a cop killing another black man? You know, it's like killing my brother over and over and again. You be like, Dad, this is 2023. My brother got killed in 91. Y'all still killing people. And even talking about that, you know, the Judge Joe Brown said, he said, what is so special about this one case? He said when it's 630 plus killings by the cops in Memphis, Tennessee that we don't even know about.
wow.
Isn't that deep? I was so shocked. I was hurt because that's you know how many families that is crying and grieving and they can't do anything about it because they don't have a voice. It's just sad. So yeah, love your family up. Appreciate your family. Please give your sons that talk. You know, we don't want to have to give them that talk. Please talk to them. Talk to your children, even our mixed children. That's another thing. We don't talk to our mixed children. Our mixed children that are black and white, regardless to what, you're still black. So you're going to have to give them the talk too, regardless to what. You know, they're a part of us. I don't care if you mix. You still a part of us. Because if it was 60, 70, 100 years later, they would tell you if you had a 1% of black in you, you were still considered a black person. So we have to teach our children, and that's to love yourself, love your color, love your heritage, teach our history. Because you see what's going on with DeSantos down in Florida. They really trying to not tell the history of black people.
But yeah, they're trying to. One thing I know I've realized about white people do not like to be made uncomfortable. They don't want to be uncomfortable. Even though they love to pretend, and I tell my white friends this, so this is nothing that I don't say in front of white people. They just don't want to hear about anything that makes them uncomfortable. They just like, oh, Carl, why you gotta talk with that? Why you gotta bring that up? Because it happened.
Yeah.
Why would I not bring it up? It happened.
And just say sorry. And I apologize that your people ever had to go through that. You know,
the fact that you keep this deny, that's just making it worse. That just makes it worse.
Well, you know, America is not going to apologize for it because that means if you apologize for what you did, you got to pay us.
That is probably true.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is true.
They got all kinds of money for Ukraine. You know,
I told you they flipping our reparation money. They flipping our reparation money. And they need to just give us our money, you know. And I hope we get it in our lifetime, you know. And I hope the Queen, peoples, whatever the, you know, give y'all money too, because they owe y'all too in
in the Caribbean, yeah.
Yeah, the Caribbeans, they deserve their money too. You know, I hate when they say, you know, we don't want our Caribbean people. I don't think that y'all should not get y'all should get money straight from England because that's where it started from. Now, us here in America, we need to get our money from here. We need to get our slave masters' descendants. They need to give us our money. It's wrong what y'all did to us, you know, and everybody else is getting paid. Everybody's getting taken care of. Look how the Asian people got their, you know, what's their anti-hate. And already in 3 weeks, how many crimes have we had from our Asian brothers and sisters? What is going on, Carl?
I know there was the last guy, the guy in New York who took a U-Haul truck and ran over some people and killed one person. He was an Asian guy.
Yeah, and then they had the I think it's a Asian guy. I think he shot or hurt 2 Jewish guys. You like, what is going on? What is going on?
I don't know.
Long as it ain't us, right?
I don't know.
We already going through enough therapy. Jesus. But it's just sad, to know. And half of these people are seniors too. So we have our seniors that's going through it. Please, people, take care of your family members. Your elders, check on them, love them. I'm a caregiver of my mom. So, you must take care of them and love them up. Yeah, it's just crazy out here. Carl, did you hear about a couple was trying to blow up the Baltimore grid?
Yeah. What was that about?
I don't know. We got to do some more digging because I wanted to sit and talk to you first before we talked about it. But I just wanted to mention. If y'all know about it, please send us some information.
Do we know the race of that couple?
I'm not, don't get the lion. They looked at a little on the in the not Asian like Chinese Asian, but in the Asian community. I don't know if they was Indian, Arabic, I don't know. But this is all alleged. You can look it up. But yeah, they went in there, but they stopped them in time. So that was good, because they could have shut down a lot. I don't know why people is doing this. This is how a lot of people is going through it. They're going through it.
But I mean, what kind of oppression? What's white oppression?
You said ain't no daggone no white oppression.
That's what I'm asking.
Look, I have to look at you like, ain't no white oppression.
What is? I mean, why are they so upset? Like, what's a white person's oppression?
I don't know. That was funny, Carl. Okay, I don't even know. I can't even name it. Like,
yeah,
I'm hearing the Jeopardy sound in my head. Like,
because I was telling a friend of mine the other day, white people got to create problems in their life. That's why they go. I saw a white dude climbing a mountain, mountain that was filled with ice. It was like all ice, and he had these shoes that had spikes on them, and he was just climbing this ice mountain. I'm like, why? Why? Why would you climb?
We ain't gonna be doing it because I'm not climbing no ice mountain. I'm just getting some ice cubes from my refrigerator.
He's climbing an ice mountain, or you see white people going into these caves and diving and doing all this crazy shit because they got a wonderful life. They have a wonderful life. So
they carefree.
They got to create danger.
Yeah, it's carefree.
Yeah.
No, we thinking about that. We don't want to die. We got too many bills we got to pay.
I get in my car. First thing I do is make sure I got my license there. I got my registration. I got my insurance card. Okay, all the stuff the police need is right there. I don't have to reach for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I drive by the cop, I keep checking my rearview mirror. Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? But they don't have that.
No, they don't live how we live. Remember, their trauma and their drama is different from our trauma and drama. They don't have to worry about certain things. A white bum on the street can wash his hair, clean his body up, and go in and with a black person and go for a job, and they'll get a manager's job first.
Well, absolutely. One of the statistics show that a black person with a college degree averages like 70,000, and a white person with a high school diploma in their lifetime they average 120,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
A white person with a high school diploma makes about 40,000 more per year than a black person with a college degree.
And they don't think it's no racism in the system, in the financial system, in paying us. Listen, I done saw it. I done been down south and saw dope fiends as managers and saw black people that
Yeah.
did a better job than them. But they want to keep them and they white as managers. They don't want to put nobody black ahead of them. So it's sad. This is why we must create our own.
Thank you. I was just about to say that's why we
Be independent.
create our own world and live in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a discriminatory world where we go, we don't want you in, we don't want, no, we're just going to create our own stuff,
Yeah.
hire our own people. You know, I got to see the joy in black people's face when they came in for an interview and I was doing the interview. They looked so happy. And I was happy that I was able to bring that joy. I was happy because it wasn't going to be any BS. You know what I mean? Because how many times have you gone in for an interview and you walk out and you think to yourself, oh, they're probably not hiring no niggas today. You know? But when you come in and that's why I get upset when I hear black people who have jobs and I go, hey, you think you can be a man? Oh, I don't want to be this man. I don't want to be a manager here. I just want to work. I just want to collect. No, position yourself so you can help people like you when they come in for a job.
You're 100% right. There's nothing wrong with that, but then everything comes with politics. Now, if you're willing to deal with the politics, the ups and downs, you go for that manager position. But most people feel like I just rather be a worker. I don't want to be dealing with all that craziness. It's too much extra stuff that you got to deal with.
Yeah, but
it's a lot. When you're working for the man, you have to go according to their system. Even if their system is failing, you can think that you can do a better system. You can't. So you got to know your position.
Yeah, but you got to think. You got to think outside the box.
No, you're supposed to, but some people, like I said, it's comfortable and they don't want the drama. And then you have people that are go-getters that will try and do that. But then when they do it, they'll see people step up before them when they've been busting their ass trying to show their self. So you get discouraged, but I still tell people still fight. And by you pushing, if you see you not getting no results, do it on your own.
Yeah, because I got a friend that he has a friend that works at a bank. He's white. His friend works in a bank, and he said, "I need a loan. I'm just going to go down and talk to my friend and I'm get a loan." I said, "Just like that?" He go, "Yeah, he's the guy that that signs signs off on the loan." I said, but then again, if a black person is working in a bank and a black person came in for a loan and that black person just signed off on a loan, I'm sure there'll be some white dude somewhere checking to make sure that, you know what I mean? But if the black person is the head person to give the green light to a loan, that's why I'm saying we need to strive to put ourselves in positions not to do illegal stuff for black people, but to treat them fairly.
Right. We can, but remember, if it's owned by them, it's never going to be able to treat us fairly. I'm just saying, I get it. I feel you. I feel like put yourself in a position where you learn, and you build yourself up that you can be able to help others out. I get it. But when you're dealing with a system, that's going to be really hard, Paul. I wanted to be a teacher, but I knew I wouldn't be able to do the things I really wanted to do to help. And every teacher I ever spoke to said they tried to do so much more, but the educational system shut them down.
Wow.
So you can keep trying and doing. Like I said, you got to be independent. You have to have your own, to be able to do what you want to do if you really want to help and assist people.
Yeah. Which is why we need to create our own world and live in it.
Okay.
And it's gonna take and black people, we don't have that patience, right? If we started to create our own world, it's gonna be decades before we see any results.
Well, listen, I'm ready to get some land. Come on, let's get some land. Who's putting $1 in for some land? We get us up. What we gonna get us like 100 acres of land, Carl?
We don't have
build some stuff on it. Get some people.
God, if I can get a group of black people to say, "Hey, let's go somewhere and start our own community. We started from scratch." If there's enough people, I'm gone. If I can get enough black people, I'm gone.
Let's go. Why not? What is you going to do it here in the United States or out of the country?
Here, wherever.
I would want it here because we need to, But yeah, come on, I'm ready. Let's go, Carl. We about to set it up. We about to do a GoFundMe. Our land. We about to do our land by us, y'all.
But the thing is, we'll never get, we'll never get that many people. Even though there's...
You can't say never.
That is true. That is right.
If we on a platform, somebody might be watching us and be like, you know what, we down.
Yeah.
So if you down, give us a check.
Anybody what I really would like to see, and this is my dream. Martin Luther King had his dream.
Yeah.
Black boys and black girls holding hands.
Yeah, not that statue.
I don't know if it's already happening. It might already be happening, but I would love to see the black people with money create industries for us. Create some industries. You know what I mean? Create
without the red tape.
Yeah, give me some industries. Create like something comparable to Apple or to Tesla, or put up some high rises. Do something that creates thousands of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we have that? Asians do it. Asians is only 18 million. We're 41 million. Of course, I know people are gonna say, well, they burn our stuff down, they put roadblocks, but we got to keep fighting. We have the money, we have the resources to do it.
We need manufacturing companies.
Yeah,
we have all these black-owned businesses that need their stuff to be manufactured. So I just gave y'all what they said, $1 worth of game or something worth of game. We need manufacturing companies so we can be able to help produce products. Instead of sending it over to the other countries.
What is stopping us? What's stopping us is us, right? It's stopping us is us.
The only thing that's stopping me, I don't have the capital. I'm not a billionaire, but if I had the billions, we'd be what? Town Chocolate City.
But like James, I think it was James or Renee who said, when black people have 400 million and they're running with somebody who has billions, they don't want to rock the boat because they too want to get to those billions. So
and you still climb into the top.
If they say, hey, you need to apologize for whatever you said, they're going to apologize. They're not going to say, fuck you, I got 400 million. You can't tell me apologize.
That's what we were just talking about. Handlers. When you have handlers, that's the same way with Kyrie Irving. He did a repost and his handler said, oh no, you have to apologize. You won't get this money. We'll stop your money. Only thing you're supposed to be doing is dribbling.
Yeah. And he's seen what they did to Kanye. So he's like, oh, I don't want that.
No, I love Kanye. And I tell anybody, don't play with me with Kanye. I love you, Kanye.
Yeah. Somebody said a white man just won an NBA dunk contest. It's finished.
Well, when you watching Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and all of these greats 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you are going to pick it up.
This is a white dude. This is a white dude. He's a white guy. He said, a white man just won an NBA dunk contest. It's finished. In 10 years, we're taking over. You can take over. I mean,
y'all started it. Y'all started the basketball. So what is the problem when we just put the soul in the basketball? We started doing the and the tonguing and stuff.
A white dude won the NBA dunk contest. I believe him. I mean, why would he make that up?
Listen, we salute him. He's very good. White man can jump.
We don't have a problem with it. We didn't have a problem
with it because we already originated the dunk.
We didn't have a problem with Eminem, and they're saying Eminem is the greatest rapper, right? They're saying that he's up there. He's
the greatest white rapper.
He's the greatest white rapper.
He's not better. I saw the Billboard. We did the greatest singer when Kevin come back. We got to do the hip hop again. People are having problems with Jay-Z. Y'all better leave Jay-Z alone. I love Jay-Z. Jay-Z is an awesome poeter, and he don't write down anything. He does everything through his head. You know, that's a skill right there. I don't remember what I did yesterday. This man is, you know, he's that. And he moved from hood to corporate. You got to respect him. And I understand the haters, but he deserves that number one.
Hey, Jay-Z. You think Jay-Z's better than Eminem?
Yes.
Yes. I'm not into hip hop, so I can't even speak up.
Yes. To me, that's my opinion, because you got to remember Jay-Z came first. Black people came first in hip hop. You know, Eminem was watching and seeing all the hip hop artists, and he'll tell you that he did interviews. He grew up watching that, and don't get it twisted. I know it was matter of fact. Most of the sales of hip hop music was from from white young people. They bought a lot of our music. They also was the one that were going to the concerts, doing their thing. And they said they heard about our life through the music, especially the early type music. So, you know, everybody else that was on the list, I salute them too. They gave everybody they certain positions, you know, on the list. Tupac is good too. Imagine if Tupac or Biggie wasn't gone. You know, they would have been the top of the list because their life would have went, you know, a little bit further. But I think Jay-Z deserves it.
Yeah, I guess Eminem would be like what Elvis Presley was back in the day. They found a white man who can do a little, who can simulate, who can emulate black people, so that everybody goes crazy. It's kind of like when you see a white person with rhythm, right? Everyone's like a white person that's dancing and not acting, you know, not dancing like one of those inflatable toys that you see outside of businesses.
Yeah. 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 So Eminem made number 5. I think that was good for him. So, you know, I don't listen to him, but every person, every guy I have spoke to, they think Eminem got it going on. So if he's good with his lyrics, go boy. They got Kendrick Lamar as number 2, and Nas as 3, and Tupac as 4, and Biggie as 6. So they have a few people that is on there. Ice Cube is 18. So, and my favorite rapper is Big Daddy Kane, and they made him 20. So,
who's number 1? Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is number 1.
Yeah,
Jay-Z made top rapper of all
this
time.
white dude said a white man created hip hop just like basketball. So technically, Eminem is number 1. A white man did not create hip hop.
Well, listen, if he want to say that white man created hip hop, he's 100% right, because he created the chaos that was in the hood that made us rap about it. Thank you.
Yeah, that dude, Albie is his name. Albie, I know, we know you're just playing.
Hey, Albie. You're right. He created it because he created that chaos that we had to express ourselves through music and poet. We did it. Thank you. We salute you. No.
All right, Albie, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do.
Like and subscribe, please, because we did have 999. Now it's 996. What is going on?
AB says Eminem is a copycat. I guess that's what they're saying. They say AB says copycat. So
well, listen, again, if it wasn't for black people and they struggles and through the music, and we made it happen, and they didn't think we was going to take it to $1 billion industry. Ow!
I mean, when Charlie Pride took over, Charlie Pride was the country singer, black country singer, and you know Charlie Pride.
I heard of him. Mm-hmm.
You heard it, but they loved his music when they heard him on the radio, and then when they go to see him in concert, they were not happy that he was.
Yeah, because he was black, and they think that only white people are supposed to sing country music.
Yes. Yeah. All right. AB says Tupac is the best.
Yes, he is. Tupac is good. You know, it's just that he left this world early. And because he left this world early, he wasn't able to get as much, but he had more albums being dead. They say he recorded a lot, like he knew that he wasn't going to be here long. But we salute Tupac. I love Tupac. I loved his swagger. And he still have the girls going crazy over him. And he's been dead over 20 years.
No, I'm still on the Sugar Hill Gang. That's
Hit, hop, hibit, yeah.
how
That
about Melly?
album, that song was damn near 13 minutes.
Yeah. How about Emma? Is Melly Mel in there?
Melly Mel still you okay? So we gotta definitely when Kevin come back, we gotta talk about the Grammys.
Yeah.
Remember, this is the 50th year of hip hop.
Yeah.
So we definitely gotta talk about the 50 years of hip hop. We're gonna fill you in, Carl.
I think the message. I know you say Jay-Z's the best. I think the song, the message that is the best rap, hip hop, however you want to put it, song ever.
Yeah, let's start it off. Yeah.
But I mean the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you can rap and not swear, to me that takes more talent.
Isn't that the one that says "Don't push me"?
Right.
Because I'm close. Right. The
that girl has a song using the music. You know that song?
Are you talking about Roxanne Shante?
No, that there's a song out where she goes cause girls is players too.
Oh yeah, I actually for the New Year song I got that camera that goes around in a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was on that and it was like girls is players too, and I was like, yeah. Yes, I didn't even think about that.
That's they sampled the message.
Look, see, we learned something today. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. Wow, we flew through an hour and 6 minutes, Tiffany.
Good.
We blew through that hour and 6 minutes. Again, we want to thank you guys for joining us. Please like, share, subscribe. Albie, you're new to the show. We hope you come back and join us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Albie.
Thank you for checking in, Elaine. Elaine, you and I gotta connect. We haven't in a while. Donna, thank you for checking in, and thank you for being there for me. Renee Lewis, I'm not gonna get everyone, but please forgive me. So thanks to everyone for checking in. Please like, share, subscribe. Anything else we want to share, Tiff?
Look out for us coming soon. We didn't forget about our Black History Month. I've been also posting on my page. If y'all have my page, Tiffany Coates, or call Kevin Tiffany page. You know, we post about Black history. Make sure you learn your Black history or Google it, look it up, YouTube, you know, and learn your history, you know. And we love everybody, and we'll see. And please be patient with us. You know, we are going through our human thing as being humans. We go through our ups and downs. So, you know, please, you know, be patient with us, and we love y'all and we miss you.
All right. So please, as I always say, tell the people you love that you love them, because they are not psychic and there's no way for them to know. And the reason I wasn't here last week was my dad was ill and my dad passed away. And I'm good with knowing that my dad passed away, knowing how much I loved him, and I knew how much he loved me. So that's the reason we weren't here last week, and that's why we got started so late tonight, because I was dealing with that. But life goes on. It's like death is a part of life. And I always say, if people would live like they know they're gonna die, I think the world would be a better place, because I think people would treat people better. But we all get up and live like, I'm gonna be here forever. No, you're not. So just be a decent person. It's not that hard. It is really not that hard to be a decent human being. Thank you to everyone who, for the condolences.
My condolences.
And like I said again, tell the people you love that you love them. All right. Tiffany?
Carl, I love you.
I love you, Tiff.
My condolences,
So
baby.
glad you accepted to be on the show. You are absolute asset.
Thank you.
So, and I love you for that. Kevin will be back. Kevin has a show tonight. He's in Washington, I think he said.
Yes.
So Kevin, but he'll be back next week with his firepower.
Yes.
Thank you all. Good night. Like, share, subscribe, please.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and infecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. With Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making the fool. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's called Kevin and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Yeah.